All right. Okay, then let's get started. I want all of you to open the website that we've opened yesterday. I have sent the link in the chat in case you've lost the link. Okay. Now let me just show you what our website will look like by the end of this class today. So do you all see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is hopefully the kind of and like result we want by the end of this class. All right. Um, so you can see that there's background color, there's color for each text, and there's given background color. We've given a border for the image. All right. And we have a button over here. I'll show you what to do about the button. Okay. What? Okay. Can all of you tell me where we stopped last class? What was the code exactly last class?
Ma'am, last class we stopped at that Shailaputri one.
Yes. Okay. So there's a small extra part that we can do. I will teach you all that at the end of this class if we have time. All right. So I guess your primary goal would be to catch on quickly. All right. Stay clear with what I'm teaching you so that we can do that extra part at the end today. Okay. All right. We'll get started then. Okay, so we're going to be doing the styling today. Let me just explain the style for you all. So today we're going to be using another language to style the website. This is called CSS. Okay. So this is what the code for CSS usually looks like. Okay, so now under CSS, you can see that we're calling each element that we've used here. As you can see, we've used a body tag over here. Now to style this body tag, we just simply typed out body, and in curly brackets, we've written whatever style we want to give for it. So this is how CSS works. This is the syntax that we use for CSS. Yesterday, I told you that the syntax or the type of code we use for HTML includes tags, which are these angular brackets and the text between them. For CSS, it is just the element's name, and then we have the curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets, we have the name of the property that we're changing, and you write a colon, and you write what we're changing of that property. So for example, if it's background color, you put a colon and then you give the color that you want for it. All right.
Excuse me, sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Can you repeat it again? I lost your connection.
No problem. I was just saying, as we learned about HTML syntax yesterday, similarly there's CSS syntax. In CSS syntax, all we do, we call out the element by just simply typing its tag name. So the tag name for body is body, right? So we type body, then we type curly brackets. We type curly brackets. Under curly brackets, we give these. We give the name of the attribute. We put the colon, and then we put the value for the attribute. Okay. So this is like properties in code.org. If you guys remember, this is the property and this is the value that we're changing of the property. That is separated by a colon. This is called a colon. And this is a semicolon. Semicolon indicates that's the end of that particular property. Okay. After semicolon, you give a space and you write the next property. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, Anushka. Yes, ma'am.
I'm only going to teach you all simple tags or simple syntax so that you all can remember the different properties. I'm not going to go too much into them. You might see some extra properties that I've used here, but please don't mind them. Okay. All right. So as you can see, under body, we have the first thing we have is background color. Today's class will go a little differently. I'd like you all to code alongside with me. I'll be explaining each tag. I want you all to type it out right then and there. All right. Is that clear? Okay. So the first part in CSS, what we're gonna type is, I want you to make sure that you're typing under CSS. Please don't type under HTML and then come tell me that it's not working. Make sure you're typing under CSS. All right. Under CSS, the first element we're calling is body, right? So you can see here we've given under body there is H1, right? So we'll get to H1 later. First, for body, we've given a background color. All right, background color, which is separated by a colon. Given a, I request everyone to be on mute. I will get to doubts. All right, don't worry. After the colon, you have the hexadecimal code. In case you people don't want to, like, obviously you all won't remember the codes, hexadecimal codes for the colors that you want. So you can just open Chrome or you can open Google and you can search color picker. All right, you'll see the screen. I want everyone to pay close attention. I'm not going to be explaining this again. All right, look here. Open a new tab. Type color picker. Now from here, you can pick a color that you like using the slider and the picker. All right. And when you do that, here you'll see a hexadecimal code. You can copy that and you can paste it over here next to the colon. Yes, Hitansh.
Ma'am, can we use the color hexadecimal code that is given in code pen in assets?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Himashri.
Anushka, I tried the thing you told, color picker. It's not really coming. There's only links.
What is not coming? Color picker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, Anushka.
All right. If you guys are not getting it exactly, you can click on any of the links. The links also work the same almost. Let me show you.
Ma'am, you can do it in assets.
Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah, see, Hitansh is also telling us something. There's something called assets over here.
Down, ma'am, down.
Yeah. Thank you, Hitansh. You can see there's assets over here. Under that, you can see colors. Here, you can pick any color. Okay, if you click on this color if I click on this color, automatically that color's hexadecimal code is getting copied to my keyboard or the clipboard. Okay. So once it gets copied, you can come here and paste it. I'm sure you all know how to copy and paste, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sharanya?
Hello, Anushka. I'm new to the class. I didn't attend yesterday's class, so the HTML part was done yesterday.
Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning of the class, someone else also said the same thing. I already said that it's fine if you are not, you hadn't attended yesterday's class. Okay, the link for the website is in the group, is in the chat. You can open the chat and you can use that link. Okay, when you open that link, you'll be asked to log in, create an account and you log in. Okay, and then you can start coding. In case you're not able to do all of that, just start typing whatever code I'm giving you in any notepad. Like on your computer, you'll have any note-taking website, right? Notepad, example. Yeah, you can open that. You can start typing out your code there. And then after class, I'll be sending the YouTube video for you guys. You can refer to that and do yesterday's and today's work together. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right. So I hope all of you are done with body. Please make sure when you're writing background color, please write it with no caps. And background and color is separated by a hyphen. Please make sure you give attention to these things. Okay? Syntax errors, I will not be entertaining any text typos. Okay? That's all up to you guys. You have to be careful with the typing. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. All right. After body, we have H1 and H2. As you can see, H1 is what is Navaratri, right? And we've used H2 for the Navadurgas. So H1 and H2 are the two different headings here. So what is Navaratri and the Navadurgas have the same styling. Okay. You can see under H1 and H2. So if you want to give the same styling for two different elements, you can write them both and separate them by a comma. Is that clear?
Yes, Akka.
Okay. So after H2, you can open your curly bracket and you'll write down all of this. You can write down background color, same as you did for body. Then you have color. Please make sure you're putting the semicolon. Semicolon is very important. Sometimes it doesn't work if you don't give the semicolon. Okay. I'll explain to you what each of these things mean. Okay. So the first is background color. You've given a color for background color. And color is another color you've given a hexadecimal code. Yeah. And after color, you have padding. Now, let me explain what padding is. Okay. So, I think background color, you all know, it's the color that's coming over here. The white color, that's the background. And the text color is just color. Okay. Now, this padding that I've given, let me explain what padding is. So, padding is like, you see the distance between the wall of the computer and the ending of this heading. That's what we call padding. Okay. Do you all see this? Do you see that distance that it's giving?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Anushka.
Okay, that's called padding. Okay. And then there's text align. Again, text align is separated by a hyphen. Please make sure you pay attention to that. Separated by a hyphen. So text align center means this will be in the center. If I put left or right, it will move to the left or it will move to the right. Okay, that's up to you guys. If you want to put it towards the right, you just have to change the center to right. It might not change immediately, but it will eventually. All right. Okay. Now, and then we have another property, which is border radius. I think you all remember what border radius is, right? For those of you who don't remember, border radius is like how much the curve of the edges should be. Okay. So the greater the border radius is, the more curved or the more round the edges will be. The lesser it is, the sharper the edges will be. Okay. Yes, Pavanjit, do you have a doubt?
Yes, okay. When I applied the background color,
Yes.
I choose red. The code is hashtag AFF0000.
Okay.
So when I applied it, it's still the same as white.
All right. Did you make sure that the background color is separated by a hyphen? The
Yes.
spelling for body is the same. You've given a semicolon.
Yes.
Have you given the hash?
I have written background.
Background color, colon. You have
Yeah.
a hashtag, then you have the code. Have you done that?
Yes.
Can you share your screen, please?
Yes, 1 second. It says host disabled participants to the screen share.
Try again.
One sec.
Anushka,
Yes.
are we done with only the body still now?
Sorry.
Are we done with the body only still now?
For CS, no, CSS code I've started the
Yeah.
H1 and H2 as well. Okay, body background color. Why is it not working for you? Can you give me remote control, please?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you try saving and refreshing?
Yeah, I tried that also.
You've tried that as well?
I have not refreshed, but I have saved.
Okay, so maybe it may show up. If it doesn't show up, please continue writing the code with me. Okay, at the end we'll see why it's not working. Okay,
Fine. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Okay, yes, Hemashri.
Anushka, the same thing, but with a text align. I've done everything correctly. I have saved it and also tried refreshing it, but it's still on the side.
Still not working. All right, we'll get to that. If you've given all the code and the text and the syntax properly, then and it's still not working, don't worry. I'll get to that at the end of the class. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So now I hope you all are done with this. Yes, Shlok.
Ma'am, when I have finished background color and color, but when I do, I found my mistake.
Sorry,
No, nothing, ma'am. I found my mistake now.
you found a mistake. All right, good. Okay. So now you have H1 and H2. After padding, you have text align. I think I explained text align, and I also explained border radius. Okay. Now make sure that padding and border radius both are in pixel format. The old students will know what pixel means. Let me tell you guys what pixel is. Pixels are the small squares of different colors that make up the whole screen for you on your computer. Okay. They use as a measurement of length for the computer. Okay. So as we use centimeter, millimeter in real life, for computers, we use pixels. Okay. And it's represented by px. Okay. Make sure you give the px and then always end with the semicolon. After the semicolon, give the curly brackets. Okay. Now I will move on to paragraph. Paragraph again, you're just going to call it with P and open the curly brackets. After opening the curly brackets, see, I've given word spacing and all of that. This is really your choice. I can't tell you what to do in style. I've used as many different attributes as possible so that I can explain them all to you. But it's not that you all have to use the same things. Okay, some may not work for you. There's a little bit more code required. So don't worry if some of the style is not working. Okay. Okay. So now there's word spacing. And word spacing is the distance between each word. That's called a word spacing. Okay. This distance. Okay. And after word spacing, you have font variant, which means another style for font. This and all is not really required. Font variant, you can see I've given small caps, which means irrespective of how I type, the text will become a little smaller in size, the font, and it will all be in capitals. Okay. Now you have font size, which is also in which is also in pixels, and this is not required for your font family. That's a different story. Okay. Now you have image. Okay. Now you guys don't give a lot of importance to this stuff over here. Okay. Display is not required for you, so you can ignore that. I'll explain margin left and margin right. Again, margin left, margin right is something similar to padding only. Okay, except it gives you within the border as well. Okay, so the width is 50%. Now, why is it in percentage? Because it's relative. It depends on the screen size. Okay, might not work that well now. Okay, I'll show that part to you guys later, how it works. Yes, Shlok.
Ma'am, can you show the H1, I mean not the H1, H2, the one after H1, H2, the code? I was doing H1 and H2, the code.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Don't worry. Yeah, and I'll show you that once more. Before that, let me just explain why I used percentage for image size, image width. Do you guys see that here the image size is changing according to the size of the screen? Do you see that?
Yes, Anushka.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is because irrespective of the size of the phone, it will work like it will be proportionate instead of like going out of the screen or being too small. Okay, that's why we use the percentage over there. Okay. Height, as you can see, I've not given any change for height. Height is 20 pixels only. And yeah, and then I've given border. So for border, you can give the length, give space, and then you can give the color as well. Again, in place of color, if you guys want to give some hexadecimal code, that is fine as well. You can see, yeah. Okay, I've given the same background's color, so the border is not visible. But if I replace that with black and save and refresh, well, it will show up in some time. As you can see, the border has disappeared. Yeah. Okay. Now after border, you can give the border the thickness of the border in pixels, and you can give the color of the border. And once more, border radius and padding, as I've already explained, that is according to you. Now, please don't try to do the exact same code as me. It will differ according to the amount of text you've given, the type of photo you've given. Okay, so styling is something you have to experiment with a lot before you come to one particular style that works for that website. Okay, so you all make sure that you look out for the different types of sizes or colors or thickness, the height, whatever it is. You have to do a lot of trial and error, only then it'll come out right. Okay. Okay, now you have .NET. Now, do you guys remember I made you all use that class name, class name net? So when you're calling a class, you're supposed to call it with a full stop in front of it. Okay, so you will call this .NET, not just net. If you give only net, then the code will not show up for that class. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you can call the class using a full stop, a period before the name of the class. Okay, so .NET, you'll open the curly brackets. Okay, now call a class, you'll open the curly brackets. And again, as you can see, I'm not given any new properties here. So it's the same thing. If you guys want, you can use the same. If you don't, you can, of course, change, or you can maybe not give a background color, something like that. Okay. It's all up to you. Yes, Sharanya.
Anushka, how did you select that 10 pixels and all those? Send text align and font size.
You have to type it out.
Akka,
Yes.
Okay.
Akka, can you show like the H1 and H2 with?
Yeah, H1 and H2 styling. Yes, you can see over here.
Thanks, Akka.
All right, no problem. I think Shlok also wanted H1 and H2. You all can see the code here now. Shall I scroll down now?
1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
Anushka, I have
Yeah. Yes.
in the margin, I
Yeah.
have to auto all the sides, and my border is not coming as I have kept border for the image.
Okay. As I said, if your code, your text, everything is correct and it's still not working, we'll get to that in the end. Because if your text and all is correct, then it's definitely something wrong with the website. So since it's a technical issue, I'll get to that in the end. In case you have a conceptual doubt or you're not understanding something, then you get to me. All right?
Fine.
No problem. Okay, so .NET is finished. Now again, H3. What is H3 over here? Let's see. H3 is the last part. Did we do H3 yesterday? No.
No, ma'am.
No, okay. We'll get to H3 later. All right. We'll do H3 later. This part we'll ignore. Have you all done the styling, or do you guys want some time for styling?
Want some time.
Okay. So I'll show the styling on my screen in case you all have some doubts. But I would really like it if you people don't copy the exact style. All right. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. I'll share my screen, show you guys the styling. Yeah. So I think all of you must be done with body and H1 and H2 since I just showed it. I'll just show from a paragraph for you guys. Okay. I'll give you until 5:15 and then we'll resume class. Okay. Okay, everybody.
Yes, Anushka.
All right. So I'll start again at 5:15.
Anushka, could you scroll a little down?
Yeah, let me just do that.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, should I do the same like 10 pixel, 20 pixel like how you have done?
That is up to you. As I said, style depends on the stuff that you're using. Whatever the values are, you just leave them blank. After class, you edit them. You have to trial and error. You have to see which one works out for the things that you've entered. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. And one more doubt. An image shouldn't not do the display block one, the first line.
Yeah. You don't need to do that display.
Okay.
I'll get to any other doubts after you all finish the entire code. Okay.
Anushka akka. Anushka akka.
Akka,
Sorry.
Yeah, I think you all should be done. I've given you an extra minute.
yes, Akka, done.
No, ma'am, I'm doing net.
You're still doing okay. Don't worry, Shlok. I'll be sharing the video later. You can copy from that. Okay. So now I think that's all for today. It should look something like this for you all.
Anushka akka, I found out my mistake.
You did? Okay, tell me.
Yeah, the thing is, I gave color as COLOUR.
Yes. I forgot to tell you all. Thank you for reminding me, Pavanjit. So this website is actually of American origin, okay? And as Indians, we follow British English, which means we spell things like color, favor. We use OU after the L, right? But here we won't use OU. We'll only use OO. Okay. See, COLOR.
Anushka, that was I was searching for it, but after you said I corrected
Akka,
it.
can you scroll down? Okay. Yes, Itansh.
Ma'am, the thing is not loading.
It's not loading. Okay. And Shlok?
Ma'am, like whatever I apply here, it's not working if I press save also.
Okay, so Hitansh and you have a similar problem. Okay. Yes, Vaibhav.
Akka, I had done the code, but my border for the picture is not coming.
Border is not coming. Okay. And Sharanya?
Anushka, once can you scroll the complete ones
Yeah.
on H3 and all of them, so that I get the idea.
Sorry. Which part do you want?
I want the H3 and the bottom part.
You want to see the HTML part?
No, H3 and the bottom part.
No,
the
H3,
complete
we
one.
haven't done that yesterday.
Complete in the bottom.
We didn't do H3 yesterday. Okay, so we're going to do H3 in HTML first, then we'll come to CSS. Okay. All right. Yes, Himashri. Tell me, Himashri.
Anushka, my border is not coming, and also my alignment, the center alignment is not working. I've given everything.
Did you make sure you're spelling center as CENTER, not SENTRE?
Let me check.
Yeah, make sure you spell it that way because again, it's a British English, American English difference. Okay, so there's two main problems for everyone, I'm assuming. One is that it's not loading, and another is border is not showing up. Okay. Let's just finish with the H3 part, which is your extra part, since we still have 10 minutes left. We'll do that, and then I'll get to your doubts, okay? Okay. So now I think you all remember how we stopped that. I request you all to raise your hands.
Show the HTML also in the shop.
Sorry, Sharanya.
Can you show the HTML code also from the starting ones?
I am showing it. I will be sharing a video with you after class. So for those of you who did not join yesterday, don't do whatever I'm teaching right now. You can listen, you can understand, but please don't type it out now. You will get really confused when I share the video with you all again. After the class, when I share the YouTube videos of both yesterday's and today's classes, you can do the whole HTML thing together. But those of you who did join yesterday, you can follow me now. Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. So I think the last thing we did yesterday was the Durga, right? After that, you're going to give two break tags. Can anyone tell me what we use break for?
Line scan.
Yes.
Separating the paragraph.
Yeah. Okay. So after you give two break tags, you're going to give a H3 tag. Now, what is this H3 doing? It's saying, do you want to know more? Right? Want to know more. Okay. And then there's a button beneath. Okay. So what is this button going to do? We're going to direct this button to a different link. Okay. So using the button is something like giving a image also. Similar. Okay. So you can see here, want to know more. And then I've used the center tag. Why have I used the center tag? Center tag will just make everything towards the center. Like it will be a center aligned without using CSS. I'm styling it to be in the center. Okay. Do you guys see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So you'll open the center tag once more. Make sure you're spelling it out as CENTER. Okay. Please make sure, please look at the spellings. TER, not TRE. Okay. After center, you're going to type another tag, which is the A tag. Now, can anyone tell me what you think A stands for in the A tag?
Align.
Anchor tag.
Align, anchor. What do you, okay, I want to listen all of you say it.
Align.
Align, okay, what else?
Anushka, anchor tag. Anchor.
Orange.
Any other suggestions of what it can mean? Okay, I think I'll leave that as a homework for you all. Whenever we have the next class, which is after this workshop, when we have the next workshop, I want you all to tell me what it can be. Okay, so you have a lot of time to figure it out. Okay, I won't tell you all the answer now. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you use the A tag. Now, A tags, we usually use it so that we can attach a link over there to open another page. Okay, so inside A, now before closing the first, okay, you write the opening tag for A, but before you put the closing bracket for the opening A tag, you'll write inside href. Okay, HREF. And then again equal to quotes. The same thing we did with class, same thing we did with SRC. We used equal to quotes, right? Except here we're just changing it to href equal to quotes. So between these quotes, you can give any website. Okay. And then you can close the angular brackets and you'll give the text, click here, and you'll close the A tag. Okay. Close the A tag and don't forget to close the center tag also. After that, we'll close all of the tags that we opened. Yes, Vibhag. Same doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can lower your hands. I remember you.
Anushka, I have a suggestion for A tag.
Yes, Balaharshini.
Is it like inserting a hyperlink?
Sorry?
Like when we add a link, we use the tag.
Your voice is not very clear. Try answering in the chat box. Yes, Pavanjit.
I have two doubts.
Yes.
One doubt.
Yes.
What is the full form of href?
Okay, we're just referring a hyperlink over here. Okay.
Oh, okay, hyperlink.
Okay. What you know what a hyperlink is, right? Whatever.
Yeah. We have learned in school.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Shlok.
Ma'am,
Answering these doubts, please make sure you copy the code that I've written on the screen for you all, okay?
can you say the link for which you have given want to know more? Can you say the link in the
For?
chat? Like now for H3 want to know more, you had given a link now. Can you say that link?
I'll give that link in the chat box now. Okay. All right. Let me just finish with the styling for H3 and A, and then I'll give the link. Okay. So now you can see again H3 I've not used a lot of new things. Same thing, color, font size, text align. And for A again, same thing, font size, border style, solid. Now border style has a lot of different styles, but most of the times the styles don't work apart from solid, which is why I've used solid over here. And then you have border color, border width, border radius, we have padding, text decoration. You don't have to give text decoration either. That's also an extra part over here. Okay. So this is the styling for H3 and A. Now I'm going to give you another extra part for A because we still have 4 minutes left. You can see for A, I've given, before opening the curly brackets, I've given : hover. Now what does this mean? You see, when I take my cursor on top of the A button, the things are changing, right? The background color and the font color, it's changing, isn't it? I'm not clicking, I'm just taking my cursor and putting it on top of the button. I'm not pressing anything. So that's called as hover. Okay. So now after hover, I've given a different color and a different background. So, it's just an extra feature, it doesn't have that much of a functionality. So when you hover, it looks like that. And if you click, it will open a new page. I've not given it a link. I'll give you a link now in the chat. Meanwhile, you all can copy the code for H3 and the style for H3. Let me just give you the link in the chat. And Balahashini, is it like space for inserting a link in a tag? If you're referring to href equal to, yes, that's what it is. Yeah, we're going to put the link between the quotes over there. Okay, let me just share a link regarding Navratri for you all so that you can put it between those quotes. If you find the link on your own, that's also fine. That's not a problem.
Can we use Wikipedia?
You can use any website you like. Okay, I'm putting a link in the chat. You all can use that if you like. If you find anything else, you can use that as well. Okay. So I think that's all for today. All right, people who had technical issues, please stay back. I will get to them. Last 2 minutes, you all can copy the code. And yeah, that's all for today. Okay, bye. I hope you all had fun. Please refer to the YouTube link that I'll be sending after class. Those of you who joined today, you will have to see both the YouTube links for yesterday and today. And you'll be able to finish the code. Okay. Please do make sure you share. Let me just show you all how to share your link. Okay. So here, when you're sharing, you're gonna have to. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you how to share. Okay. So those of you who are still copying the link, that's fine. You can, copying the code, you can copy the code. Let me show you all how to share meanwhile. Okay. So you see there are a lot of options in the bottom right corner. You're going to see one that's a square and an arrow. You can see an arrow pointing out of a square. It's on the right side, it's the leftmost icon. It's next to delete. You can see. So if you press on that, it will open your website in a bigger screen. Okay. Now this bigger screen over here, whatever link is there, you can just copy that and you can send it to everyone. Okay. Now, if you open it in through a different, platform also, they will be able to view your website like so. Okay. Do you see that? Okay. Now I'll just stop sharing this. I will show you all the code. Those of you still copying, you can copy. Those of you are having technical issues, please stay back. I think some 4 or 5 people had issues. You can stay back. For everyone else, that's all for today. I'll see you all next workshop. Hope you all had fun. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Akka.
Bye. I'm gonna give you all some 2-3 minutes to copy the code, and I'll get to the doubts, the technical issues. Okay. Bye.
Ma'am, can you just
Hello,
share the link
Anushka.
of the website in the chat?
What do you have, Rakina? Anushka?
Bye, Anushka.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Anushka, once can you just show the code of H3?
Yeah. The code of H3 is okay. The styling. Yeah. You can see the styling now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Anushka, can you show the code for net.net?
Okay, then I hope you all have copied the code. I'll just get to the people who had technical issues now. Who was it that was saying it wasn't loading for them? Can you raise your hands? People whose code result wasn't loading. Yeah. Shlok, why don't you share your screen for me? All right. What isn't loading exactly? You're mute, Shlok.
Ma'am, like, oh, it has come now. All this time until I finished the code, it was not at all there.
Okay. See, that's one thing. You have to, it'll take some time for the website to load it in. Okay. Any other doubt?
No, ma'am. Just can you say the link for that HREF one in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, I just share. Yeah, I'll share it again. Who else had a problem with their result? Yeah, Abarna, still loading issue, right? I'll get to you. Hitansh, tell me.
Same, ma'am, but loading, it's not coming. Some part has come, but some part has not come.
Can you show me?
Instead of that background color, I added an image, but it's not loading.
Okay, what image have you added? Okay, look here. When you add an image, it should be a link that ends with JPG or PNG or JPEG. Okay, it will not work if it's any other kind of link. Okay, if you see the code that I have used in HTML, you'll see whatever image I used, it ended with .png or .jpg, something like that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just change that. You find a link that ends in such a way, it will work. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Who else had technical issues apart from Abarna? No one else? Okay, then. I hope you all enjoy the class. Thank you for attending, and I hope I helped you today. Yes, Baba.
I said no, it's the border is not coming.
Okay. Can you share your screen? Okay. Border radius 40 pixels. Okay. Can you show me the okay? Can you just give me the remote control? Thank you. Okay. Okay, what have you given border radius for? You've given border radius for the .NET. It has shown up. See, this is what you've given the border radius for. .NET is this. The border radius is visible.
Not this one, Akka.
Yeah.
What the picture?
You used border radius for .NET. So it's showing up for that. For image,
I used
okay. Yes. You have given, okay, why don't you try increasing thickness of the border? Okay, border, see, okay, border is not visible, but do you see that the edge of the image itself is curved?
I understood that, Akka, but the border is not coming.
Border is not coming. Okay, if you saw my code also, I gave the code for border, but it didn't load yet. So why don't you try waiting for a while? Maybe then it will come. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubt? No? Okay. Yeah, Shlok.
Ma'am, I have like 5 to 6 doubts.
Okay, tell me.
I want can I see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, can you just show the code here after it?
After
After the doubts. And but here my image was at the center, but now it has moved at the side.
Can you show me the styling that you've given for your image?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, the thing is, 1 minute. For image,
Yes, ma'am.
it's not coming in the center, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why don't you go to the HTML code? Go to the HTML code for image.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and use the center tag. Open the center tag and close the center tag. Put the image between the center.
Here?
No, outside the. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, look here. You have not closed the image. See here. You have to put that end. You haven't given that one part. You hadn't closed the bracket for image. That is one thing. I don't know how it worked without that. Okay. But it may not show up immediately. Yeah. Okay.
And one more note, I want to change my image. I have downloaded the image, but I don't know how to put it in the URL file.
Okay. See, as I mentioned, when I showed you how to put an image in this particular website, you can't upload an image from your own computer. Okay.
Okay,
If you're doing it in another kind of platform, if you're doing it on Notepad, what you can do is, you see, when you open your Files app,
yes, ma'am.
you can ask your mother, she might help you. You'll see the path for that particular image. You can copy that path and then paste it. But it will not work in this platform. Any other platform you use, you can do that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Like here, want to know more is also coming at the side.
Do the same for the want to know more. Whatever I did for image, I opened center before image and I closed center after image, right? Do the same for H3. Okay.
Can you send the code also once here? Ma'am, I have done center here.
You've done center for the button, not for H3. Just do one thing. Wait. This should work.
Okay, ma'am. And can you show me the code once for the button?
For the button. I'll be sharing the link for the image, right? Sorry, I'll be sharing the link for this class, right? You can check the code from there. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Done, ma'am.
Now coming to you, Aparna. Thank you, Shlok. Aparna, about you now. Well, I did look up why it might not show up for you. The internet and the app both, it says that only if you have like a login issue, it's not, the save button won't show.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll share a link, a YouTube link with you. Okay, it will guide you to be able to see the save button. If that still is not working, you can reach out to me personally. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to show you something. Can I share my screen?
Yeah. I've sent the YouTube link in the chat personally to you. Okay, Aparna?
Okay. Ma'am, I have typed this code.
Okay.
But the picture is not.
Can you? Okay, wait.
It's not wide.
I think surely there would be some kind of an error in your code. See, for width, you've given 50 pixels. That's why it's so small. I told you, right? Specifically, you have to use percentage.
Okay.
Okay.
Still aligning
putting it in the center. You saw the way I asked Shlok to put it in the center, right? Do the same thing. The center tag, you just put it, you open the center tag here. And you close the center tag here. It should work now, okay?
Spelling a mistake in the first one.
Sorry?
The center spelling is a mistake in the first one.
Is it? So, one minute.
Opening center, type 2N.
Thank you. I did not see that. Okay, it will work now. You try. I can't ask you to refresh, right? Okay, you just watch the video and then you see why your save button is not visible. Okay, just open the link from the chat. Okay,
Ma'am, I have tried opening it on.
Yes.
I have tried opening it newly.
Yes.
I don't get the tab here.
Okay, can you? Okay, 1 minute. Let me just see. Can you open incognito? Can you just do Control Shift N and then do the same thing in CodePen? Maybe then it will work. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Then that's all for today. I'll see you all next workshop. Yes. Yes, look.
I have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
Here, my this thing is not working. The border radius here. Not get it.
The radius spelling is wrong. Check radius spelling.
This.
You've written radius instead of radius. All right.
Where is it?
Okay. That's all for today then. I'll see you all next workshop. Bye.